Hey guys, last one for equivalent forms of exponential expressions for now. Again, let me know if you have one that you want to talk about. In this one, we are now talking about the bases being the same. So in the first video, the bases were different and the exponents were the same, the green. In the second video, it had a plus and a minus in it. It was a different form. It looked a little bit different. In this case, now we're talking about the bases, or the red, are the same. So when the reds are the same, now we can follow properties of exponents. So now we are going back to following the rules that we followed before. So our rule was if the bases were the same and we were multiplying, then we get to add the exponent. So we would rewrite this as 9 to the 0.5m plus 2m power. We do this because now, as you can tell, this is definitely equivalent to 9 raised to the 2.5m power, because 0.5m power is the same, plus 2m is the same as 2.5m. So again, this is equivalent. The bottom one is equivalent because this can be rewritten as 2.5 to the m, or 2.5m when you add those two up. This one is not equivalent. This one is not equivalent, not because of what we did, but just because of understanding the rules. What they did here is they said 9 times 9 is 81, true, and 0.5m times 2m. When you multiply those two, you just get m, also true. That is true, but that is not a rule that we're allowed to do. You are not allowed to change the big number in that case, or the base in that case. It has to be the exact same, which doesn't then just leaves us with this last one, which does turn out to be equivalent, and we just need to talk about why this is equivalent. If you notice, I just took the red and green and just rewrote it this way. So this is 9 to the 2.5 m power, just a different way. If you've been in the other videos, you know this here up here, the green talks about the exponent, the red talks about the base. Now I don't want to talk about exponents and bases. I want to talk about numbers, 9 to the 2/5, and then letters by itself, or just m. If you understand why I did that here, then you'll understand, again, I just took a different color now in this case and just took this 9, which is just 9, and rewrote it as 3 squared. The reason I chose 3 squared is simply because I know that the base here has to be 3. I wouldn't do this except for the fact that this is where I'm trying to get to. If this was just, hey, write another form that's equivalent, or give another way to write it, I would probably stop here. I wouldn't go any further. But because this is a multiple choice and I'm trying to match this up, I am trying to get it into that regard where there's a 3. So here I just rewrote this as 3 squared and then 2.5m, which is already up here before, just as that. So I just took this 9, right? All I did is I took the 9 here and recolor coded that into being 3 squared. I do that so that I can take this last step here and say that it is equivalent. This is 3 to the 5m power. And the reason is, now if you notice, instead of having it color coded this way, I'm now going to color code it with the red. So this red is 2 times 2.5. And what is 2 times 2.5? 2 times 2.5 is just 5. So I am retaking this here and simplifying. Instead of having, oops, I didn't get the 5. Instead of having 2 times 2.5, I now just have 5. The m stays as an exponent. M stays as the exponent here. 3 is now the base. So this is a long way of getting it to look like this. Again, I would not normally do this. I would have normally just stopped here and been done at this problem, but it's asking to determine, are those equivalent? So I had to take it all the way out that way.